So, Chef, I wanted to ask you first of all about Chicago. Since I'm from Chicago,
Yes.
we heard that there was going to be maybe a hotel in the West Loop. Why is there not a Nobu restaurant in Chicago yet?
No, okay. Now, my partner, Robert De Niro, he has first hotel, the Greenwich Hotel.
Uh-huh.
So even the Nobu Hotel, it's like ideas come from him. Because we have a lot of restaurants inside of the hotel, all over the world. So now he has a hotel experience. Then we start Nobu Hotel, Las Vegas. We have the Nobu Hotel, the project teams. So they traveling all over the world. Then they find out one place in Chicago. The sure is after the build of the hotel, Nobu restaurants there.
So there definitely will be a Nobu
Yes,
restaurant
yes,
there. Okay.
100%.
What do you think of Chicago in terms of a food scene now?
The Chicago, it's like, I have a lot of friends. It used to be, he left the Charlie Trotters and the Ginger Horse, Takashi, and it's very sophisticated. It's a beautiful architectures, and the people nice and beautiful. And now it's like Chicago is very much like a New York and elegant, and the people enjoyed the food. And also a lot of people go out. Maybe Nobu concept restaurants time to open Chicago now.
Okay, so you think definitely will happen in the next year, or do you
Next year, yes.
Next year for sure. Okay. So you've got 28 chefs here.
Yes.
How difficult is it to organize? You never ever get to organize all of these chefs in one place, right?
Much more easy for me.
Right.
Because we can communicate at the same time. We can talk about the same subject and talk about the new recipe, and all one times we can talk to one time.
You spend so much time traveling, you said, during the year, and I remember reading about your early years, even before you went to Peru. One of the things you loved was feeding people and watching the reaction and feeding them across the table. So you don't get to do that as much anymore. Do you miss those days when you could actually interact with the customers more and be there actually preparing sushi?
But it's like my first restaurant since 1987. So it means next January come 27 years. Even the New York, like 20 years next year. So it means this 20 or 27 years, it's, like it used to be, like example, used to be kids. After 20 years, it's like a graduate, and it's come adult. And a lot of experience means a lot of also the plus a lot of technique. So Nobu teams, it used to be like a small, now we're going to be the global. Means I'm cooking not myself. All my teams understand my philosophy, then they show to you the best dishes, best service, and show to the Nobu restaurant. That's why Nobu company and the Nobu restaurant is still keep growing.
I wonder how difficult is it to become a chef in a Nobu restaurant, because when you started, you talked about having to work 3 years just cleaning the restaurant and not even slicing fish before you were apprenticing. So how difficult is it to become a chef now in the Nobu empire? How difficult is it for these gentlemen?
Well, my situation is different because my generations, even the French cooking, it's just wash a pan, never cannot taste, but its generations are different. Now it's more my teams understand to what they have to do. Also senior peoples, so they training for the junior peoples. So it's like a school, and a lot of people is working the 15, 20 years. So with me, so it means these people's training the new peoples.
And you have employees, you have chefs who've been with you for that long.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about Peru. Now, it's all of a sudden, I see more Peruvian restaurants. Estone, the gentleman has a Tanta in Chicago. There's Mochica in Los Angeles. Peruvian is kind of hot all of a sudden. Ají amarillo everywhere. But you were doing this so many years ago.
Well, I'm so proud of myself because, one time, so used to be that I talked to the Peruvian president, so Mr. Senor Fujimori. So we had the interviews. So he said to me, Nobu, thank you so much. So as you introduced the Peruvian cuisine to all over the world, I'm so much proud. But why is Peruvian food comes all over the world? Because unique, because tastes good, and from the histories, So
because people don't realize there's a lot of Japanese influence in Peru.
Yes, it's in the Peru. It's called dish called the Nikkei. Nikkei means Japanese Peruvians. So it's like new creations, not like maybe old-fashioned Japanese food, but it's called the Nikkei food. Even the Ferran Adrià from Spain used to be the Elbury, so he opened the Nikkei restaurant in Spain. So Peruvian cuisine is very fresh product and the unique, the spice, and all much in collaborations, then people likes it. That's why it's Peruvian food is going to be global.
Now, the restaurant has become so influential around the globe, and as you know, there's a lot of talk about bluefin tuna. So I want to ask you, if the restaurant is so influential, do you feel a responsibility to come out in front of that?
So now it's even the computer all over the world, it's a lot of technologies. So Japan, of course, is eat a lot of fish, catch a lot of fish. But they know how to take care for the next generation people. Because, the fish farm is like Japan's all over the city. That's the farm. Even the bluefin tuna, Kinki Universities, it's from eggs, it's like a tuna farm, like a 3, 4, 5 years. It's like not to catch oceans.
So not wild, it's farm raised.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Japanese technologies know how to grow fish. So of course, and about the bluefin tuna, we doing nothing illegal because each country, United States, France, and South America, any another different country, got once a year they go to meeting, and the Japan can get for how many tons you can get the bluefin tuna. Everything the government decided to how much you can use for the bluefin. So I just follow to the government. One day, if government say don't use for the bluefin tuna, I follow to the government. Okay. So we doing nothing illegal and nothing against, but I worry about the fish have to be kept for the next generation people. Yes.
Tell me the last question.
Okay.
Tell me if there was one dish that was a signature Nobu that will become your legacy. Would it be miso black cod, hamachi jalapeno? Are those the dishes that you feel strongest about?
Maybe the black cod is it's became, Nobu started famous, so because of black cod, I guess. But I have a lot of signature dishes, how can I choose for the only one?
They're like your children.
Right. Yes, it is.
All right, Chef, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.